The National Solar PV Consultation aims to provide comprehensive guidance on the integration and optimization of solar PV systems in Grenada's energy landscape and to develop a comprehensive policy governing the transition from gas and oil to renewable energy in Grenada. The roundtable held in the Trinidad Room at the Radisson's Beach Resort brought together key players in the renewable energy sector, including representatives from government agencies, renewable energy companies, financial institutes, the Grenada Electricity Company, civil society, and regulatory authorities. Leslie Smith, the featured presenter at the session, spoke of the consultation.
And I think this consultation is very, very long overdue. It should have happened maybe several years ago, but I think it's never too late to get it started and to see how we can intensify and ramp up the activities to propel this sector. We know for a fact that diesel is the predominant fuel used, both for electricity generation and also for transportation, and a small amount also used in the commercial and industrial sector, in the very small manufacturing sector that we have here in Grenada. And that is followed by the use of LPG, and then we have gasoline.
In pursuit of sustainable development, Grenada has recognized the need for renewable energy integration, such as the application of solar PV technology to mitigate the high reliance on imported fossil fuel for electricity generation, which not only strains the economy but also contributes to environmental degradation and poses a threat to energy security.
Again, electricity generation takes up the bulk of the fuel that is being used, 56% of it. And then the domestic sector and transportation makes up the rest. So transportation, again, is a major consumer of the fuel that we import and also a major contributor towards emissions that we release into the atmosphere. So as was mentioned by some persons in the introduction, we know that we have a very heavy reliance on fossil fuels for generating electricity. As a matter of fact, last estimates suggest about 97% of our electricity comes from diesel. I have slightly different figures, which we will go into maybe later on, and maybe you can share on that as well. But the fact remains that predominantly our electricity is being generated from diesel. We know for a fact that diesel is what we call a dirty fuel. It has a very high carbon emission factor. And in line with our Paris Agreement obligations and our nationally determined contributions, we definitely have to move away from these fossil fuels. Again, electricity generation takes up the bulk of the fuel that is being used, 56% of it. And then the domestic sector and transportation makes up the rest. So transportation, again, is a major consumer of the fuel that we import and also a major contributor towards emissions that we release into the atmosphere. So electricity and transportation are the predominant contributors to our carbon emissions.
Renapa Thomas, GBN News.